1594, Stratford-upon-Avon, William Shakespeare was born. He was raised and educated there. At the age of 18, he married and soon got 3 of his own kids. In 1592, his plays were on the London stage. He was also known as an actor, poet, and as the world's greatest dramatist. His life sadly ends in 1616 on the 23rd of April.
That's what's forced into our brains in school. And you still believe this? No. I have proof. Let me get this man.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something evil this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
Mr. William Shakespeare, or rather William Shaxbauer, because that was his real name, you are under arrest.
What? But what have I done?
Macbeth, A Midsummer Night's Dream, Romeo and Juliet, those aren't your plays. Oh my God!
Excuse me, but where is the evidence in all this?
Let me answer your question with one of my own. How could you have possibly written these as an uneducated man?
Well,
Don't try to make excuses. We all know your parents and kids are just as illiterate. Not to mention that this little town of yours doesn't offer the environment to produce such a genius that you pretend to be.
Stratford-upon-Avon is beautiful.
How can you explain that when I read the will you prepared, it mentioned no books, poems, or unpublished plays? What? Oh my God!
But
By the way, I don't think your wife would be happy to know that the only thing you're planning to give her is your second best bed.
how could you? Anne!
How selfish. Well, now that she's gone, I guess I can say that your work suggests sexual interest in a man. Yet, you married a woman. Did you lie, or are these the works of somebody else? The sonnets that you supposedly wrote were mentioned by other authors 11 years before their publishing. Where's the logic in that?
No, it's...
You're just a front to shield the identity of authors who can't accept public credit.
Who do you think wrote my plays, then?
Well, since you asked, let me present to you Edward de Vere, the 17th Earl of Oxford.
Oh my God.
Hi? What makes you think he wrote my plays?
First of all, he is known to write beautiful things,
That's true.
but no play bearing his name is publicly known of.
That's not my problem.
Even though he hasn't published anything under his name, his popular verses are very similar to yours.
Maybe he copied me.
I think not. Your plays are a perfect illustration of things that happened in Oxford's life.
Then I am a psychic.
We all know the use of false names is often used.
And I'm not the only one. There are 80 other possible candidates. I am
It's
the
me,
real
Shakespeare.
man.